It's time to face it. You're not Tony Stark, you're probably not even Elon Musk, but luckily it's the 21st century, and with a little creativity and some cash to spare, you can buy yourself gadgets that will actually give you some of Iron Man's superpowers. Yes, real-life superpowers exist. It may not be too far in the future where a soldier will bring a real-life Batman suit onto the battlefield. In fact, some ingenious inventors have already made replica Batman gadgets for sale. So in this video, we're going to tell you these gadgets give you superpowers. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick till the end. Before starting the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Bionic Boots. Bionic boots let you run as fast as a car, well, a slow-moving car. These springy shoes mimic an ostrich's gait, and though it may look a little funny, they let you travel at up to 25 miles per hour, 40 kilometers per hour. This prototype was developed by San Francisco-based inventor Kay Seymour. The bionic boots were one of the many different rideable technologies showcased at the expo, but what made them stand out from the various motorized skateboards and hoverboards was that instead of being steered or driven, the bionic boots are strapped onto a person's legs, augmenting their normal ability to Olympian levels. So how do they work? To be metaphorical, the shoes have springs on the back that imitate the Achilles tendon of an ostrich, and they provide the wearer with more downforce when running. As a child, Kay Seymour was fascinated by what appeared to be the effortless speed and agility of these creatures, making them the fastest running birds on the planet. For 25 years, inventor Kay Seymour has dreamed of running with the speed and loping gait of an animal. His inspiration struck at age 12. While he was watching a program about kangaroos, the announcer said it moves at such an efficient gait by using its Achilles tendon as springs, Seymour says. I thought, why not replicate that in a device that could propel a human? He began sketching footwear using ostriches, which he discovered run more like humans as his model. Flyboard Air. You know those two-wheeled self-balancing scooters that everybody calls hoverboards because two-wheeled self-balancing scooters takes way too long to say? Well, throw yours in the trash because it just got one up big time. Frank Zapata, a former jet ski champion and French inventor, has accomplished what many of us just dream of flying. The feat was achieved thanks to his own invention, the Flyboard Air, a type of jetpack that is powered by gas turbines, marketed under Zapata's own company, Zapata Racing. Zapata is a company that specializes in the development and manufacture of hydro-propelled technologies and devices or powered air products. As with any hoverboard, the Flyboard Air has been designed to be piloted with little training. Having good body balance is what helps control it. In terms of safety, if a turbine fails, one can still keep you flying. If both of them break, the device is able to achieve a controlled descent while the pilot is able to access information on altitude, speed, and autonomy levels on his helmet. The Flyboard Air in particular can fly up to an altitude of 3,000 meters, 9,800 feet, and has a top speed of 150 kilometers per hour, 93 miles per hour, 10 minutes endurance, and a load capacity of 102 kilograms, 225 pounds. For the military, the inventor sees uses like the evacuation or rescue of people. In the industrial, you could find, for example, the repair of structures or distribution of products. The entertainment industry could use it for TV or even experience-based brand activations. And although the device is still under work, Zapata hopes it'll enter commercial production soon. It's unclear if the Flyboard Air will ever come to market. It looks pretty dangerous, hence the flying over water should anything happen. A splash in the drink is a whole lot more comfortable than a crash on land. But doesn't it look like fun? Sea Breacher. Meet the Sea Breacher. This submersible, the rocket-like boat looks like it's way too much fun. The Sea Breacher is biomimicry at its finest. It takes the shape of a man's most feared predator, gives it more horsepower than a MotoGP bike, and makes it so light that it has the power-to-weight ratio of a Bugatti Veyron. That's the Sea Breacher. Its semi-pressurized hull enables it to tickle your adrenaline glands both above and below the waves. Every Sea Breacher is different. With a price tag that begins at $80,000, they're the exclusive domain of very wealthy, hence it's not surprising that everyone is hand-built to the buyer's exact specifications. Accordingly, the Sea Breacher is a very personal watercraft. Each buyer wants his or her own highly personalized toy, as some of the paint schemes in the image gallery reflect with just 100 of these handcrafted creatures in existence. The team at Sea Breacher has created a sports car for the water that is equally as exclusive as a Koenigsegg. The 100 Koenigsegg was recently built, is on land. The original versions of the Sea Breacher, built almost a decade ago, sported high-powered Wankel engines and even V8s, but over time, the most usable power-to-weight ratio and balance have been found from fitting the engines from personal watercraft. It produced a machine that accelerated harder and had a higher top speed than anything else we've built, says Sea Breacher's Rob Ines, but the additional weight robbed it slightly of turning and handling. It produced more of a grand tourer than a sports car. The Sea Breacher X is the highest performance model in the Sea Breacher range, which also has models that are shaped like a dolphin and a killer whale. Not surprisingly, the shape that has also evolved into the best balanced and best handling stunt machine of the Sea Breacher range is the X, the Shark. Sharks existed before land vertebrates. They are twice as old as the dinosaurs, first appearing in the ocean somewhere between 450 and 420 million years ago, so nature has had quite some time to refine its top-of-the-food chain model. Real-life lightsaber. Disney has finally shown off the first look at its real, retractable lightsaber, which the company started teasing in April with a new video showing the saber in action, and it looks very cool. The lightsaber was first announced by Disney Parks chairman Josh D'Amaro. At the end of a video presentation in April, he picked up a hilt-like box from which a light blade shot out in 1 second as he said, "It's real." As rumored, the new toy lightsaber doesn't require any awkward plastic prop blades, instead featuring a retractable light-up blade that extends out from the otherwise fairly normal-looking hilt, just like the crackling energy blades in the films and shows. The announcement doesn't go into too many details on how the retractable sabers actually work, but some clever minds on the internet have managed to piece together a rough idea from Disney's patent filings. The broad strokes are that the new blade works almost like a modified motorized tape measure, retracting and extending a sheet of plastic and LED lights to mimic the ignition effect. Disney says that the new sabers are still in the works by Walt Disney Imagineering, research and development, but they presumably will be ready for guests to buy when the Galactic Star Cruiser hotel experience launches in 2022. So how did Disney pull off this feat of engineering? There are some clues in the patent. Disney filed for a working lightsaber back in 2017. No, it doesn't chop off limbs, but it does have a retractable, internally illuminated blade. In it, we see that the inspiration for the design comes from a very basic tool, a tape measure, but with multiple spools of materials that need to extend and retract in an instant. The build itself is far from basic. There's no word yet on price, of course, but given that Disney's regular lightsabers already cost $200 a piece at Galaxy's Edge, expect the upgraded models to cost somewhere in that ballpark, if not more. Dr. Octopus suit. 19-year-old Eric Finman, a Bitcoin miner, took some free time to make a functional Dr. Octopus suit. Besides looking so cool, it also worked as a prosthetic prototype. In 2018, Finman, at the request of a young boy, recreated the Dr. Octopus limbs from the Spider-Man comics and the movies as a working prosthetic. In a video posted to YouTube, thousands of viewers got to see what Finman has recently been using his money for, a real-life recreation of the mechanical arms used by the supervillain Dr. Octopus from the Spider-Man comic books and movies. Finman teamed up with a team of engineers to develop these arms, which have been created using 3D printed and are powered by a set of motors that allows the arms to lift lightweight objects. This suit, however, is not being made for himself, but for 11-year-old Aristo Meehan, the son of one of Finman's mentors, who is afflicted with hypermobility issues. The possibilities of Finman's prosthetic limbs could be endless. While this seems like the beginning of the creation of a supervillain, like so many in the YouTube comment section jokingly allude to, the technology used is not as sinister. It could open the door for many different types of prosthetic limbs that are a bit more practical space-wise. Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to Finding Tech. Stay safe, and we'll be back soon with another video.